But for all of you who are working in this space, whether that be is working with nonprofits or other organizations or local government, you may be aware of some of the efforts that the county has been taking as it relates to affordable housing. So not only do we have our typical community development grants, whether those be state or federal grants, we continue to implement those programs. We also have the Penny for Affordable Housing program, which is a amount of money that the Board of County Commissioners set aside for the purposes of building and incentivizing affordable housing units. But in addition to those programs, which are very much, they're being implemented actively now, the Plan Pinellas comp plan also encourages and directs staff to develop, take other approaches to also encourage development of affordable, attainable housing. So what do those look like? Those can be the regulatory incentives. That could be looking at flexibility that we can build into our codes, reduction in parking standards, changes in landscaping standards, et cetera. This idea of countywide cooperation, for those of you who are more engaged in government here in Pinellas County, you're probably aware of the Housing Compact. The county has been working with some of the larger jurisdictions here, cities, to develop a housing compact, which is essentially an agreement to get on the same page and to collaborate when it comes to housing issues. We've all recognized through this countywide cooperation that we need affordable, attainable housing. And frankly, as long as it's serving our employment centers, as long as it's serving our education area, educational needs, et cetera, it doesn't really matter what jurisdiction it necessarily falls in. And so we want to create that cooperative model that helps us accomplish getting more housing throughout the county. And we in Pinellas County and Plan Pinellas continues to support that effort. Innovative approaches, this could mean a variety of things, everything from tiny homes to how do we incorporate tiny homes into our zoning code and allow for some of the uniqueness and unique issues that kind of follow that. Accessory dwelling units, we've allowed accessory dwelling units in the county for some time now, but how do we make it more successful and a more viable use or viable housing use? So that's something that the plan directs us in that area to dig into that and to update our code and so forth necessary to encourage more ADUs and other approaches. And then finally, quality and safety. It's important that our housing stock, whether that be affordable or otherwise, is of a quality, is healthy, is safe, and our plan points in those directions to ensure whether that be manufactured housing communities or whether that be other older affordable housing, that we are focused in is ensuring that it is the best housing that it can be for our residents. Next slide. Another focus area of the plan is this idea of inclusive economic growth. So traditionally in the comprehensive plan for the unincorporated county, we have long focused on target industries, and this idea of industries that provide above average wages, are in certain professional areas that we feel we have a locational advantage. That could be manufacturing, aerospace, biomedical research. The list is a constantly evolving list, but the goal is to bring those industries in because those are going to bring higher wage jobs that then help feed the economy and feed other professions. But in addition to that, one area we've really kind of expanded and changed is to look into, well, how do we then reuse some of these areas that have maybe no longer provide the type of spaces that a target industry would need, but still could be very viable for small businesses, for retail, for restaurants or other uses that could still provide for jobs